Oh, must be nice. Have you ever been alone in the dark with a mosquito? If you think that you're powerless, you are. And that's just the beginning. Wait until you hear the one question that replaces every excuse. So let's get into it because this is the Better You Show. Hey, Doris here from betteryou.coach. I want to welcome you to the show. Whatever brought you here today, I'm grateful. Sometimes life is hard. And when it's hard, we look at the people around us, the ones with the inspiring stories, the ones who seem to have it figured out. And something sometimes slips out, maybe aloud or maybe just in your head. Must be nice. Or, well, that's easy for her to say. Or that sneaky little word, just. I'm just not built for that. Or it's just not meant for me. These are words that take away your power. Things are hard and you struggle to make progress, not because you're weak, but because you're not taking control of the circumstances. You're letting the circumstances take control of you. Now, I'm not doubting that it's hard because I know it is. And maybe the other person that you're comparing yourself to, their situation really was easier than yours. Or maybe what you're looking at is their level 8 while you're standing at a 2 or a 5. The difference was never the difficulty. The difference is that they didn't hand over their power. They took control. They figured it out. They figured exactly what needed to happen to get to the next level. And then they did it. Now, I'm not blaming you and I'm not blaming anyone else. Here's something worth sitting with. If you think that you're powerless, you are. If you think that you're capable, you are. Henry Ford put it plainly. If you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. This is where you get to decide. Is this where circumstances take the wheel? Or is this your sign to take control and start making adjustments? I want you to think about powerlessness. For those of you who think that you're too small to make a difference, have you ever been alone in the dark with a mosquito? That little tiny mosquito that is so easy to kill will drive you crazy. You're not too small. If a mosquito can make things happen and make that kind of an impact, so can you. Life is a lot like floating down a river. You can let the current take you wherever it's going, or you can pick up the paddle and steer toward where you actually want to end up. That doesn't mean that there won't be rapids, moments that make everything feel genuinely, brutally hard. And it doesn't mean that you never get to rest and let the current carry you a while, especially when it happens to be heading somewhere good, somewhere where you want it to. Here's the thing, it's your choice. There's nothing wrong with taking the wheel, and there's nothing wrong with letting the current decide either. And there's nothing wrong with deciding which one that you're going to go with at the time. As long as you know that's what you're doing, you remember that you chose this and you can always choose differently in the next moment. And if you decide that you're going to take the wheel, here's the good news. You don't need the whole map figured out before you start. Think about how a ship or a plane actually gets to where it's going. They know roughly where they're headed. They've got the headings, they've got the GPS and everything put in. And the rest is this 1,000 small corrections along the way. And the wind gusted, so you're going to go a little bit to the left. Oh, now we need to go to the right. But they also know that making those adjustments when they drift off course is just small corrections. They don't need to make a big correction because that's going to change huge at the other end. So adjusting that little bit, steering around those rough conditions when these show up, that's the whole system. Small corrections the whole way there. This is where I want to hand you a tool. Lisa and Tom Bilyeu use a phrase that I love. They say, no BS, what would it take? Not can I or should I? What would it take? No BS. Let's lay this out. No sugarcoating, nothing. And then only after you've laid out everything that's going to take, that's when you get to decide if you're willing to do it. Not judging yourself either way. It's okay if you decide to go ahead. It's okay if you decide, no, that's really not worth it to me. That doesn't align with my values. Just be honest and line it up with what actually matters to you. That's what's going to make the difference. Let's think about different areas of your life. Your health. No BS. What would it take to move your body 3 times this week? What's it going to take to achieve your health goals? No BS. Line it up. Your career. No BS. What's it going to take to have one honest conversation with your manager this month? Figure out exactly what is it that you want with your career. No BS. What's it going to take? Are you willing to do this? Does it align with what you think matters to you? Identify all of those things. Write it out. What about your relationships? What would it take for you to have the conversation that you've been avoiding? What kind of relationship do you want? What kind of relationship do you hope to ever be in? No BS. What's it going to take to either change the relationship that you're in into being that or to find a relationship like that? No BS. Line it all up. What's it going to take? And then, are you willing to do it? What about money? Do you even know exactly what you want? If you do, fantastic. You're ahead of most of us. But no BS. What's it going to take to get there? What's it going to take to know exactly where every dollar went this month? Because that's the first place to start. Small, honest, answerable. That's the whole exercise. No BS. What's it going to take? What is that one thread that you need to pull? The one thing that's the most important to you right now? Because just start with one. We don't need to overhaul everything. One thing. And then no BS. What's it going to take to get to where you want? Now, this is not permission to beat yourself up for having these thoughts in the first place. Thoughts like, oh, it was so easy for her. Oh, must be nice to have that kind of body. You're human. We don't do blame here. Dr. Amber Ray said something that I believe completely. Your first thought is your programming. Your second thought, well, that's your choice. That first thought, I get those all the time. And I'm sure a lot of people do. Must be nice. Oh, maybe that's just not meant. Well, that's not a character flaw. That's just what you picked up along the way. It's all those years of training, of programming, of self doubt, of whatever's happened in your life to get you to this point. That's just your first thought. Now, what matters is what you do with that thought for your second thought. It's that second thought that I actually want to talk to you about. Are you going to double down and reinforce that first thought? Find evidence, prove it true, make sure that it happens? Because if you want to, that's okay. Or are you going to catch it, choose the thought that puts you back in charge, and then rework that plan? No BS? Worth thinking about, because that's okay too. So the next time Must Be Nice shows up, and it will, you get to choose. Hand the wheel back to the jet stream or the current, or pick up that paddle, aim at your 2, your 5, wherever it is that you are right now, and figure out what it's going to take to move that needle. And then start making those small corrections that get you to your 8, your 10. It was never about whether it was easy for them. It's about whether you choose to take the wheel for you. If this sounds like something you've been doing without even noticing, well, that's worth a real conversation. Head over to betteryou.coach/start to book your free, no obligation call. There's no pressure. It's just a real next step. A chance to unwind a little bit of this and then figure out where to go. Always remember you matter. So please take care. And I'll see you next time. Oh, hey, thanks for watching. Since you watched this video, we thought you might really like this video. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe right there for more great videos. Plus, tap that notification bell so that you don't miss any videos at all. Comment your thoughts below and see you next time.